everyone, welcome back to my channel. As said, I'm excited to bring you all Yoga with Nayyy to YouTube. Now you can practice yoga at any time in the comfort of your home, your office, outside, wherever you are able to. Today this video is 7 poses to relieve tight hips. These poses are very simple. You can do them in any order at any time and just stay in them for about a minute or two, 5 rounds of breath at least. Remember to breathe through every pose. If you feel a little strain and you know that you can handle it, remember to direct your breath to that pull. But if it's a little intense, you know your body, then come out of that pose or grab a block. If you are not totally there yet to do the full pose, there is a modification that you can follow so that you can ease your way into the full pose. So have fun, take time, be patient, and remember to breathe. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Our first position is the fire hydrant. Come to tabletop position on all fours, stacking your hips over top of your knees and your shoulders over top of your wrist. Warming up the hip flexor, rise your knee to become in line with your hip. Begin to move that knee into circular motion for about 3 to 5 breaths. Downward dog is a good transition to move from your fire hydrant into our next pose of warrior 2. Bring your right leg through to meet the center of your hands. The knee of your front leg should be stacked over top of your ankle, but should not extend farther than your second toe. Cartwheeling your hands up, fix your gaze to your middle finger of your front hand. Keep your hips and torso perpendicular to the ground. Remember to inhale and exhale while maintaining the pose. Maintaining the alignment of your knee and your ankle, heel-toe your foot to the outside of your arm. Begin to straighten your back leg to become parallel to the ground, using your toes to press into the ground to help maintain your balance. This pose is a deep stretch, so if you find yourself needing to bring the floor up to you, feel free to grab a block, a blanket, or a book. If this pose is too deep for you, feel free to drop the knee and to uncurl the toes. We're now going to go into your first modification of a low crescent moon. You'll still maintain the same type of stretch, but it's much more easier for beginners. Going into pigeon pose, come up to tabletop and bring your right leg to meet your left arm and begin to slide your left leg back. The key to this pose is keeping your hips square and parallel to the ground. Either way, your psoas and your hip flexors are getting a great stretch. Elongating your side body and back, or you can walk your fingertips to the ground and coming to your forearms and just doing some breathing cycles there. Coming into our first seated pose, the butterfly pose, root your sacrum into the ground and simply put your palms of your feet together. Allow your knees to waterfall towards the mat. For a deeper stretch, place your elbows into the creases of your knees and add some pressure just so that you can have some resistance. Next pose is the frog pose, which is a great opener for our hip flexors. Pressing the palms of your feet to the bottom of the wall, you want to stack your knee over your ankle so that you see a frog-like shaped leg. This pose can be extremely uncomfortable, but the only way to get through it is to continue to breathe and to direct your breath to the stretch. Moving on to our last and final stretch. This stretch doesn't particularly have a Sanskrit or a yogic name, but I'm just going to call it a PSOAS stretch. You want to create some padding with your mat. If not, you're going to experience some knee pressure that you do not want to experience. Place your knee where the floor meets the wall so that your shin can now be going up the wall. Bring your left leg forward, stacking your knee over your ankle and framing your arms around your leg. Again, it is a good idea to use blocks to bring the floor up to you. You can play with the different levels on the blocks, or you can use books. If this is your first time ever doing this pose, you will generally feel the stretch in your quad, but as you begin to open up your hip more and deepen the stretch, you'll begin to feel it right in the crevice of your pelvic bump. As with any pose in yoga, you will always have a side that's stronger than the other or a side that's weaker than the other. So as you're doing this practice, always honor yourself and always allow yourself to move through the transitions. Do not become attached to the transitions. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Namaste.